Peggy 16.
Coming out here, you're struck by the silence. But then, if you stand there for a minute, you realize it isn't silent at all. A lot of people feel like they're visiting. But when you're hunting, you're not just visiting. You're part of it. And the wild draws you in. You step on a twig, you stand with the wind. Everything you do leaves a mark. But then when you do see it, that moment, line up the shot, take a deep breath, and that feeling, you just have to experience it for yourself.
Peggy 16.
Welcome to Hirschfelden. With its rolling fields and lush forests, it is one of the most beautiful areas in Central Europe and part of your hunting grounds in TheHunter, Call of the Wild. In this next-generation hunting experience, you will explore a vast open world filled with breathtaking scenery and realistic wildlife. The game boasts a large population of animals, thousands, that are persistently simulated with unique needs and behaviors. You're free to hunt anywhere and in any way you want, and should you ever feel lost, the reserve wardens are there to provide you with helpful information. They also present you with a wide range of missions and tasks to take on, where you help and learn more about the local residents. Finding animals starts with listening to their calls or following their tracks. Footprints will show you their pace and direction, while droppings tell you how recently they passed. Once you spot the animal, you may need to get closer without alerting them for a reliable shot. Foliage will hide you from sight, but also makes more noise. Keep a watchful eye on the wind, and make sure that the animal is not downwind from you, as it can pick up on your scent. Moving around increases your heart rate and affects your ability to aim. Hold your breath to steady your aim and line up your shot for a quick and clean kill. Harvesting animals provides the resources you need to buy equipment and upgrade your character, but every harvest is also assigned a score depending on the size and difficulty of the animal, as well as how skillful your shot was. But there's more to the wild than the animals. Lookout points help you explore the world, while outposts make getting around the huge reserve easier and provide options to rest or stock up. The elements can be fickle, and they will affect both hunters and prey. Over the course of the game, you will progress your character by leveling up a number of different skills, letting you take on more elusive and difficult wildlife with more hunting options. Apart from a wide selection of weapons, scopes, and ammunition to unlock and buy, there's various hunting equipment to help you, such as animal collars, scent lures, and optics. Bring all of these specializations into the game's seamless multiplayer and team up with others to take on animals that might otherwise prove too challenging. Who can bag the biggest trophy? Answer the call and find out.
Peggy 16.
The perfect hunting experience. Well, there's just about as many opinions on that as there are hunters. Some love the beech forests and farmlands of a place like Hirschfelden. But me, I prefer a different kind of wild, where snow-covered peaks surround valleys several miles wide. That is Layton Lake District, the best hunting reserve you'll find in 100 miles. Whether doing tasks for the locals or just hunting to your heart's content, you're free to explore this Pacific Northwest Reserve however you want. You may find your favorite hunting spot along a large valley lake or deep inside a dense spruce forest. The Layton Lake District is home to some of the most majestic animals of the wild, like the moose, the black bear, and the mighty Roosevelt elk. Bagging one of these will require a combination of the right equipment, skillful tracking, and stalking so you can get close enough for a clean shot. Few things beat hunting together with a group of friends, though. Everyone can bring their own skills and hunting equipment and play a part in finding and downing that big one. In the end, how, what, and where you want to hunt is all up to you. And a truly immersive next-generation hunting experience awaits.
Peggy 16. Peggy 16. Peggy 16.
Before we go any further, you should know, my expedition requires a serious professional, an experienced hunter. I need someone who does not fear the cold, harsh taiga. From the banks of the frozen bay to the drunken forests, the mammoth tundra. Someone who respects the sacred reindeer, the proud moose, and the rare musk deer. Someone who can outwit the lynx and turn it from predator to prey. And someone who is not afraid to face the brown bear. I need someone who can see, even through the storm, and stand tall on ice as it's cracking all around you. Maybe someone like you. I hope you brought a warm coat.
Peggy 16.
When you're hunting, everything you do leaves a mark. You're not just visiting. You're part of it. The wild draws you in. That feeling, you just have to experience it for yourself.
Peggy 16.
It's been a while, grandchild. But it's time to come back where life began. For us all. Back to the savannah that our ancestors walked. Back to the heat and the baobab trees. Time to come back to Vahonga Savannah. To Africa. I can't fail our ancestors. I need to pass the torch to a new protector, a new warden. Vahonga is in your blood. Here, you can chase after blue wildebeests, lock horns with lesser kudu and pronking springbok, encounter side-striped jackals as they search for scrub hares, and when you're bold enough, duel with the Widowmaker, the notorious Cape Buffalo. Opportunities like this don't come often, grandchild. So pack your suitcase. Africa is calling.
Peggy 16. Peggy 16.
There are hunters, and then there are elite hunters. The elite never settle for gold when there is the glint of a diamond. They climb the highest mountains, patiently searching for the right moment to break the silence with a perfect shot. Parque Fernando, every hunter's patience is rewarded with the hunt of a lifetime. Lines of axis deer roam the steppe. Our lupin meadows teem with majestic spiral horn blackbacks. Our grass feeds the largest mule deer in the Americas. And our lakes are the most tranquilo places where you can find flocks of brightly bloomed cinnamon teal. And for the most elite hunters, Parque Fernando is home to record-setting red deer, the finest you will find on Earth. Just remember, you are not the apex predator here. That job belongs to the pumas, and they don't like to share. So what kind of hunter are you? Find out in Wild Patagonia.
Peggy 16.
After all these years as a warden, I'm still impressed by the grit it takes to survive out here. Hunting in the last frontier always brings rewards. Without our influence on Alaska's delicate natural balance, life will only get tougher here at Yukon Valley. You will experience a moment, one that shows why we need not only a hunter, but someone who can understand this place. It might be at your first sighting of the caribou grazing on the Crimson Plains, or during an instant of tranquility as the valley sleeps under fresh snowfall. Perhaps it will come while you stalk a grizzly bear through the remote spruce forest, or during contemplation of the aftermath of an inferno sparked by nature itself. And as night falls, you might just hear the rowdy locals sing their night song to the sky. I'm sure you'll get to meet them. The wolves here are fast, smart, and utterly relentless. They don't scare easy either. It's my great pride to care for this wild, remarkable place, and to welcome you to Yukon Valley.
Peggy 16.